Okay, we're going to talk about the CLASS system. CLASS is a contactless acoustic sensing system, and it's comprised of three sensors that are exposed around the door area. We have one sensor on each of the door panels, and they move with the door panels, and then we have one sensor in the middle of the base plate. And basically what happens is when the driver enables the exit door, these three sensors become active, and initially they control the passenger request to open. They also provide an enhancement for the door edge safety to prevent the door edges coming into contact with passengers, and also the middle sensor is active and keeps the doors open as we have a stream of passengers exiting the door, and in fact stops the door going into a flapping mode and reduces the dwell time as a result of that. So the acoustic sensors send down an acoustic sound wave that actually has a conical shape, and the idea is to get the passenger to reach out into that conical sound wave, and by doing that they interrupt the sound wave and cause the doors to open. So to demonstrate the functionality, the passenger reach out and interrupt the acoustic beam, the doors open, and now the middle sensor becomes active, and the middle sensor keeps the doors open as long as you've got a stream of passengers going out to the door. After the last passenger exits, the sensor becomes clear and the doors start to close. So this is to demonstrate the safety enhancement on the exit door edges, and to show that the enhancement of the sensors to prevent the doors coming into contact with passengers. The main component of the CLASS system is the controller, and the controller is usually mounted in the location of the door system, and it has 4 LEDs, 3 for each of the sensors and 1 the power system. Another key component is the power switch. It supplies power to the CLASS system. It also has another LED mounted on it, so that if there's a fault on the CLASS system, that LED becomes illuminated. Okay, when we power the CLASS system up, we apply power and the system goes through a self-test. As you can see, the LEDs flash on and off, and then the sensors begin to check themselves. They ping on the floor, make sure everything's fine, and then if everything's working fine, then we get this slow flash of the main status LED. So when we initialize the CLASS system and apply power, we want to make sure that this area 3 feet in from the door is clear of any foreign objects such as step ladders or briefcases, things like that, because in the event there is anything there, it's going to pick it up and put it into the target tables. This is only a temporary thing, as when they power down it will be removed from the target tables, but it does have the effect of adding additional targets and the potential for added dead zones. So if there is a fault on the system, I'm just going to create one to demonstrate the effects. When we power the system up, and if we have, say, a faulty sensor, as I cover this one up, we'll power the system up, it goes through its self-check, and we can see that the status light now has a fast flash to it, and also the external remote status light is illuminated.